Testing one, two, testing. Good morning, traders. How are you all doing today? Today is Monday. It is November 10th, 2025, and it is 7:26 my time, 9:26 market time. So the market will be opening in just a couple minutes. I did want to give you guys an announcement that this will be the only place. The Discord will now be the only place you can watch me go live and day trade live in the morning. YouTube wants to keep us down. They don't want to see money making content, so they're deleting my videos. I just got demonetized because they don't want you all to learn how to make money. They want to keep you broke. So these will now be unlisted videos, only available to my LTE team in the Discord. You can become a Discord member, a Learn to Earn team member. It is free for now, 100% free, lifetime access. But it may not be free for long. I may have to start charging you guys for this great content. I know my wife doesn't want me to charge you, so we're going to keep it free as long as possible. I do want you all to know that, okay? I do want you all to be aware of some of these changes. You will only be able to find this content in the Discord, okay? You will not be able to see it on the actual YouTube any longer. I will also not put it on Facebook because Facebook group, even though I have 70,000 members in a private community, Facebook doesn't like that either. So I'll no longer be sharing those links through our YouTube or through our Facebook private group community. If you want to join, you will have to get in on the Discord. And I'll make these public announcements more on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube itself, directing you all to our Discord channel. Let's make sure the audio is good. Let's make sure the audio is good. Nice, audio is good. All right, so only available to our Discord members. Just what we're gonna have to do. It's the way it's gonna have to be. Plus, that'll give you guys the beautiful benefit of, feeling special. If you're a Discord member, you will feel special by joining because you will be the only ones who have access to this type of information. All right. So I want you all to be aware of that. And I'll make some more announcements as time goes on. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into the markets. And let's see. We'll text here. We are live. If you're ever interested in, if you're new to trading and you want to learn more about trading, you can click that first pinned comment in the comments section. I do believe it's also the second link? The third link in the description below, and that'll give you access to our Learn to Earn lesson library, which will give you the rundown. It's about 20 videos, and it's like about maybe less than 2 hours of course content. If I refer to the course, that is the only course I offer. Again, that is free. You'll learn about indicators, moving averages, and overall price action, how you can start paper trading, and then moving into the last video shows a live video, a live trading session where I locked in over $200 in the first 30 minutes, all captured live in that live stream. So definitely check it out. Markets are at 619 this morning. Been kind of barcoding after a nice sell-off on Friday. It did just break past my alert, so that's great. We're going to see some higher highs for the overall NASDAQ market this morning. Love to see it. I do have a couple of long positions that I will be watching as time goes on with this live stream. So yeah, very nice. Markets are pushing up. And we are going to begin to lock in some profits from our swing trade from the overall uh, weekend. We took some swing trades in Hood, PayPal, and Apple. So Hood was pushing up very nicely, now selling off slightly this morning. See if we get some continuation from Friday, buying in these lows of 120, 124. My average price on Hood is 124.91, and on PYPL, also pushing up. My average price is $65, and I bought APLE, Apple Hospitality, at 11.42, so still pushing up significantly. As the markets begin to push higher, we will see if we can lock in some profits. Is it a fake out? Is it going to continue to push? Right now, as you can see, this actually is holding right above that pre-market high. Trying to hold above it. Doesn't look like it's going to now. There we go. It's still pushing. This is the 1 minute time frame on QQQ. Other related news while we're at it. Of course, you all will have access to this because you will be in the Discord. Anyone who's new that's not too sure about the Discord, you can look right here and you can see all of our new members here on our Learn to Earn team. We're getting new members every day. If you scroll down, there's trade ideas. This is where I give you my alerts when I buy, when I sell, when I lock in profits. There's all of our past morning live streams right here. I mean, we're talking over 2 years worth of videos that are archived for you to watch. I mean, tons and tons and tons of videos for you all to watch right there. In our trade ideas section in the pinned messages, we have some profits here. Is it welcome new members? In the welcome new members pinned comments, there is our morning live trading session on September 12th, making $210. Locking it in that live stream, a great video to watch. And then also our Learn to Earn lesson library, free, available to our Discord members. Profits chat, you can share your profits as well, wherever you'd like to share those. Again, buying low, selling high is the way we like to trade. But nonetheless, this is what I wanted to show you all. The most anticipated earnings releases for November 10th. We have CoreWeave today after close. That's the most significant. Tuesday, I'm going to be watching Beyond Meat, as we have traded that before and made some decent money. Oklo is another famous one that everyone seems to like and watch. Wednesday, we have a lot of different companies, nothing that I'm watching. Thursday will be Disney and Applied Materials. Those are a couple I'm watching for Thursday, and really not much to look at for Friday. But if you guys want to look at these, I give them every week, every single week, so you guys know when companies will be reporting their earnings, and that's important. That's important for all of you guys to know. Economic calendar, we can get into that a little later. I could try to find exactly what's important for this week as far as CPI data, stuff like that. Let's see if I could find anything. Got the coffee going on this morning. Let's see, we're going to be getting our website back up and operational. That way you guys have real-time economic calendar data and some trading tools that you guys can use to your advantage. Let's see. Real-time economic calendar. You could also look for that real-time economic calendar on investing.com. Markets are pushing higher. This is great. This is great to see. Hood pushing up amazingly. Yes, very nice. We are now up 3% on the day, 8% on our swing trades. That is just beautiful. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We're going to go ahead and lock in the profits here. Sell to close. Market order. And boom. That little sound making locked in some profits. Ooh, locked in 10%, guys. 10% today on that swing trade. Beautiful. PayPal. I want to wait for PayPal a little bit more. That was our trade plan overall. Same with Hood. Hood had a trade plan. We did lock in profits right here as it's potentially going to bounce off of this moving average and get rejected. It doesn't have to get rejected. It can continue to push higher, but it is possible. It is possible that it does get rejected. Economic calendar. I'm still trying to find that for you guys today. Economic calendar. Should be able to see different times, stuff like that. And then PayPal, I do believe this can also go higher, but we are actually going to lock in our profits as well right away, because this, again, it was a swing trade. So these swing trades were not meant to hold forever. They are meant to just simply hold over the weekend. Now APLE, I would consider holding it a little longer, but it's also, there's not as much volume on this one. We're up 3% on it, and I forgot to mention that we are up 1 or 2% on PayPal. We did buy this at 64. It's like 64.70-ish, up 4% on PayPal. So we locked in profits on that. And we're going to sell these and lock in profits there. There we go. So we're fully out of our positions. And we locked in beautiful 3% on the day. But overall was closer to 10% on our swing trades. 10%. So that was beautiful. And now we can focus a little bit more on you guys and potentially any stocks you guys might be interested in. We could take a look at CoreWeave, kind of see where they are today, because they will report earnings today after the market close. And they have had significant selling pressure from $142 down to $100 flat, now up to $108.97. This can potentially come down a little more, or we can get some nice earnings today after the market closes, and this can push up even higher. So I'm excited to see what happens with CoreWeave today. A big push for Open. I'm excited to see that for Open. They got all the way down to $4.77. Now we did trade this back when it had that initial rally from 4 to 5 to 7 to 11. And we've been trading it ever since. But be aware, this could get rejected right around the moving average, or even potentially around 750-ish, as it does have that downward, you know, as you can see here, it's getting rejected with this descending wedge pattern. Okay. Now, economic calendar, I can go ahead and bring this up. Watch your eyes. Let's see if we just look at today. For the US, we have the FOMC member daily speaks at 8:30. Wholesale inventories in about 19 minutes. What else is significantly important today? That looks like that's it for today. Let's go ahead and look at this week. And I wish it only did only the US. Let's just do US here. Let's take all these off. This is also a free tool you can use on investing.com. Again, use your resources. Use those free resources that are available to you. There's no point in trading blindly. The last thing you want as a new trader is to take a trade and you think you're doing great, and then an economic calendar report comes out, FOMC meeting, or something like that, PMI or CPI comes out, and your position tanks. That's the last thing that you want. You don't want that. So let's see. Monday, we already went over that. Tuesday, not too much here. Wednesday, we got FOMC member. Yeah, nothing too crazy there. Thursday, we have core CPI. This is very important for October. Continuing jobless claims, basically tracking unemployment, initial jobless claims, and we have crude oil reports. And then on Friday, it doesn't look like anything too significant here. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. Wednesday is going to be, or Thursday is going to be a very important week. So you might not want to even trade that day or wait to trade that day, and just, hold back a little bit for that meeting. All right, so let's see where we're at. Open QQQ. It is continuing to push up. Love to see it. It's hitting our alert. It went up to 621 for QQQ very nicely. We're going to set our alerts a little higher. As it pushes up, we'll get alerted. As it sells off, we'll get alerted. Let's see some other companies that we're watching. Open pushing up very nicely. Lunar pushing up from Friday's low of 894. APLE still slow. Ascending pattern. Ford getting rejected. Now we did get Ford's dividend on Friday. They did have an ex-dividend date on Friday, so you would have to have owned it the day before to qualify to get paid out a dividend. Now it was, I believe, 15 cents per share, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was 15 cents. Which is significant, right? So if you own 100 shares, you're getting a nice amount of money there. So yeah, dividend 15 cents. Ex-dividend date was 11/7. So you would have had to have owned it on Thursday and holding it until Friday morning. I didn't have to hold it all day on Friday, so I got out of that position. I actually made 30 cents on the trade with an additional 15 cents per share, and was able to benefit from that. And then that's when I bought the swing trade. So I had a nice little dividend capture, and then I had a nice swing trade over the weekend. And just because I'm a day trader doesn't mean I can't take advantage of those opportunities. Buying and holding for a dividend, buying and holding a swing trade over the weekend to make profits. And then today we have available money to day trade as well if we choose to, if we see any good setups here. So sound, trying to hold above that moving average, not doing a great job. SoFi pushing up with the overall market, so this would have been nice. From basically $29 to $30, that's $1 per share. You buy 100 shares, you make $100. Let's see, CMG still selling off. Intel pushing up along with the market as QQQ does hit our alert again. So we're going to push this up even higher to 622 now. We'll see if it hits 622 for our live stream this morning. I'm sure it will, as the markets are very bullish. There was news that Trump, I put it in the Discord, he put a tweet, or not a tweet, what was it, a social, his Truth Social, he posted on there basically saying, let me find it here, his exact words. Again, we could bring it up. This is available to you in the Discord, and that is the first link in the description. He put, people are against tariffs are fools. We are now the richest, most respected country in the world, with almost no inflation and a record stock market price. 401ks are highest ever. Let me put the QQQ back on so you guys can see the push. Look at this, pushing past that very nicely. Highest ever. We are taking in trillions of dollars and will soon begin paying down our enormous debt of $37 trillion. Record investments in the USA, plants and factories going up all over the place, and a dividend of at least $2,000 a person, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone. So apparently we're going to be getting paid a $2,000 dividend, basically like a stimulus check from these tariffs. Now, would that be ongoing? That'd be nice. It'd be almost like Alaska's dividends for oil. Alaskan residents, if you live there for 6 months plus per year, you get oil dividends. And so I believe that's something he's trying to do, which would be great. Imagine getting $2,000 every single year from dividends on tariffs. I mean, you don't even have to do anything, you just have to live in the US. Now, it'd be even cooler as if that was like $2,000 a month. But nonetheless, even an extra $2,000 a year, whether he maybe pays that in your taxes, maybe incentivizes you in that way, that'd be a huge boost for the American people. Now, is it true? Who knows? Time will tell. Only time will tell if it's true or not. So, yeah, very interesting. And guys, you're gonna start feeling more special too, because only Discord members will be able to have access to these live streams. They will no longer be available on YouTube. Now, I do have YouTube videos of past live streams. I may decide to leave them on. I'm not too sure yet if that's what I want to do, but there is, I mean, probably like 200 videos of me live streaming. So you can watch those on YouTube, but after today, they won't be available to the public any longer. They'll only be available to our Discord members. And I might even go back and unlist them all, just so that way YouTube doesn't continue deleting them. The last thing I want is YouTube to delete, my live streams, and then you not have access to them in the archive section in our Discord. So still got a few little things to work out here. That might be exactly what I'm going to do, but that takes time. I'm going to go through 200 individual videos and unlist them. So yeah, I'm not sure I want to do that. Maybe I'll leave them just because. Maybe I'll unlist the ones that I like, or the ones that are the best, but a ton of live streams in the public section on YouTube as well. So don't forget to check those out. Now, one video I would enlist would probably be that one YouTube video of the 9/16, because that one I would hate for them to delete that one. YouTube Studios, NASDAQ losing that upward momentum. They do seem to be losing that momentum here. Let's see, September of last year. Yeah, I have a ton of live streams. Way too many. Way too many, but YouTube doesn't like it. They actually demonetized me and everything, so sadly, that's just the way it is. Can't remember which one it was. Was it 19 or 20? Let's see. Maybe I already unlisted it. Morning live trading 9/12/24. 9, 12, 24 right here. Come in here, and that'll now officially be an unlisted video. You'll need a link to view it, and that'll also help YouTube not delete it. So yeah, again, it is right here. It is available to you to watch. $210, and literally, oh, full screen is unavailable. Let's see. We'll just go here. Click that. Pause, or we'll mute it. And as you can see up here, 158. By the time the recording is done, we're up $210, or about 12% of a $2,000 account. I believe I had $2,000, maybe around $1,800 in this account, so that is available to you guys to watch. Also inside our Learn to Earn lesson library, where that is available. So yeah, a lot of great resources available to you to use. Open pushing, sound selling off. I'd like to find a trade for today. Meta and Tesla not doing much this morning. Compared to Google, Google pushed up very nicely from 283 to 287. Apple pushing up significantly from 268, 269, all the way to 273. Beautiful move by Apple. Amazon also pushing up very nicely, now hitting 250. AMD pushing up from 224 on Friday all the way to 244 for AMD. Nvidia struggling here to get above this resistance level. So I like support and resistance levels because they do tend to repeat themselves at those levels. And look, good thing we sold Hood up there at that level. We can show you that now. Let's see, chart settings, show weekly trades. Yeah, beautiful. Bought down here, sold up here. Very nice. Now it can continue on and up, but that was a great trade. We could show you that on PayPal as well. Buying here and selling right as it crossed over, right before it dipped below. So that's why it's good to lock in profits. It's very good to lock in profits. Buying low, selling high. It loses that momentum. So we got out of the trade before it dipped down. Now PayPal can recover and go higher. It can also continue to sell off. Same with APLE. We sold there, and we bought a few here and a few here, and we sold up here. So really great swing trades over the weekend. And I did let all of you know, our Discord members, that way you can take advantage of that swing trade as well. QQQ pushing up. I'd love to take a trade, but not if the markets are going to continue to sell off. There's no point. We're going to be patient. We've already locked in money today, so we are being patient. What's our news? Any news today? U.S. economy is increasingly becoming a K-shaped economy, with the futures of wealthy consumers and those at the lower end of the income spectrum diverging, says analyst. The Magnificent Seven, which is Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Tesla, have all seen their earnings expectations rise sharply since the start of 2025. These companies have heavily invested in AI, deploying it within their businesses, introducing new AI-based products, and investing in the necessary infrastructures. This has led to a substantial increase in their consensus estimates, in stark contrast to the rest of the S&P 500, where average estimations have dropped. Another report in November noted that while the average American was growing more pessimistic about the economy, wealthy Americans were feeling better than ever. Buoyed, 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 buoyed by soaring stock markets as the University of Michigan's preliminary reading for consumer sentiment fell to its lowest levels since June 2022. Interesting. Gonna do a boomerang. Boom. For our Instagram, follow us on Insta. I believe it's the third link in the description. I gotta remember my links. I gotta remember which ones are which. The fourth link in the description is Instagram. You could follow me. Um, had a really good journey, really good day yesterday out. So you can watch that if you want to. Bam, 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 bam. See, how am I gonna do this? Go here, here. Markets are pushing higher. I need to save this in my phone. I'm sure I do got it saved somewhere. Copy. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. Go to notes. I'm gonna stick it right here. Paste. All right. Custom sticker. There we go. It is free to join if you guys want to join the Discord. Boom. What happened to it? What happened to the video? Where'd it go? Right here. Should be unlisted. All right. Very good, very good. You guys can feel super special now. Been wanting to do it for a long time. Might as well do it now, right? Open, trying to bounce off of that level here. LUNR. It's not really, let's see, I'm trying to come up with a good trade plan here. SQQQ selling off, obviously, with the market itself. You know, buying TQQQ at $99, $100, you'd already be up 10 bucks from Friday's low. Now, we have played this before when it sold off aggressively. I believe it was here. It sold off, everyone panicked, I bought, and then I sold. So I did that with a few companies, actually. And now we're right back up to those levels again. So it's trading within that range, right? Buying at 90s and 100s, selling at 120s. See if the market continues to push. It seems like it can. SoFi pushing up, can it get back up to 32.50? It definitely can, it's possible. Chipotle kind of flatlining around that $30 mark. That'd be a nice long-term investment though. Chipotle is a pretty solid company. Intel holding above that moving average now. Needs to get above this next resistance level to push higher. But 39 isn't bad. It's above that moving average on the 1 hour time frame. Also on the 4 hour. Get a couple dollars per share potentially. PayPal getting rejected, as you can see, getting rejected right off of that level. So not particularly something that I wanted to hold anymore, right? So we locked in profits on that. Hood also coming back down. AMD might be a good one to play. A little overextended though. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna wait for a trade to come to us and set up. Again, open, you might think, oh, let's get into open because it's pushing up, it's making new highs, it looks good on the 1 minute time frame. But then you zoom out and you look at the 1 hour, it gets rejected off of this moving average. You look at the 4 hour and it's getting rejected off of this downward trend line, right? A descending trend line. And then you look on, was it the 30 minute? No, I think it was the 1 hour. We're looking at the 1 hour. And it's getting rejected. So, it doesn't necessarily look all that great when you zoom out. Right? Buying at $4 or $5, maybe. But now buying at these levels, it doesn't look so good, right? Is it going to continue to get rejected, or is this going to push up higher? Ford's selling off significantly. Yeah, so we're going to be patient. Might potentially catch a trade tomorrow or even later on this afternoon. And for all of you who are curious, again, you can stay up to date with my trades in our trade ideas section of the Discord. Looks like we've been live for what, 30 minutes? About 38 minutes, and that's where we're going to end our live stream, guys. I appreciate your time. Remember to smash that like button, and let's all end the year on a green note. Have a great day.